a skeptic when it comes to manifestation. I mean, okay, you understand positive thinking. You've been around long enough to see its benefits in your life, and you can see how it impacts your moods and your behaviors. But the idea of manifestation still seems a little bit out there, a little fantastical, if you will. That is exactly what we are talking about, because I don't know if you've noticed this, but when it comes to personal development, manifestation is something that you can't ignore anymore. This is the art of plenty, and today we are diving into the book, The Source. This is an incredible book written by Dr. Tara Swart. She is a neuroscientist, a psychiatrist, and a lecturer, and an incredibly smart, gifted, talented woman. If you are watching on YouTube, you can see the book itself is what I am holding up. The first time I came across this idea of manifestation was when I was in my early 20s and I was at university, and I kept hearing this phrase, name it and claim it. It was something that was being circulated in faith communities, and it was this idea that if you were speaking the things that you were believing for, that you would be able to manifest them, that they would come to be. Now, the thing with faith communities, well, there's a lot of things about faith communities, but there's a lot of acceptance within faith communities that you may not be able to know exactly what's happening, but that doesn't mean that it's not real. I mean, that's essentially the definition of faith, is believing something that you can't see, believing something that doesn't necessarily have evidence of yet. So concepts like manifestation are something that fall really easily into faith practices and faith beliefs, because you don't necessarily have to have the scientific background or the physical evidence to back it up and to back up its reality. Enter Dr. Tara Swart, and I don't know if it's Tara or Tara, so forgive me for that, but enter her research. She has taken a spiritual concept, which is manifestation, but she's applied principles from neuroscience to actually explain how neuroscience works. This is that missing piece for me between faith and evidence, between that spiritual practice of manifestation and what is actually going on. Because there's enough people that talk about the benefits of manifestation for me to realize, okay, there's something here. This does have substance to it. Now, what I love about this book is that she goes through the book and she laces into every chapter as she's explaining the different ways to build your ability to manifest, but she laces in activities that you can do along with the knowledge that you're gaining so that you can actually implement the stuff that she's talking about. I love this because personal development is great when you're thinking about things, when you are reading things, but for it really to hit home, you have to find ways to actually apply it to our life and be able to make it useful for us. We can't just know things. We have to be able to do those things. We have to be able to be those things. And this book helps to create a pathway. And even though she's an incredibly smart person, this book is written for everyone, which is another thing that I really appreciate it, because she takes very complex ideas and makes them so understandable, and it's so easy to follow along. And what that does is it builds up confidence in you or in me to know that, okay, I can do this too. I can understand what she's saying. I can actually apply this into my life. It is laced with social proof of her practices. So she works with leaders to implement these different practices. So throughout the entire book, she weaves stories about how people have changed their life through this information and through manifestation. And I don't know about you, but I always love a good story, and I love hearing about other people's lives because I find people are absolutely incredibly fascinating. And at the end of this book, what she does is she sets out 4 steps to help you begin that process of creating I think she calls it an action board, which sounds very similar to me to a vision board. And she lays out the steps that you can go about. And what I also love that she does is this is not a one-time thing. This is not something that you do once and then you just wait for it to happen. It's an ongoing practice. So she talks about the elements of discipline that it requires to follow these practices and to continue to shape the life that you're trying to shape. So I absolutely love this. This book, the copy that I have, is absolutely full of things being underlined, notes, stars. I've got paper ends folded in. I've just covered this book with my thoughts and questions and how I'm going to apply this. I didn't do all of the exercises, but I've also been working on creating a new action board. I've had vision boards in the past, and I was liking the principles that she was giving in this book. So I've been creating a new action board or vision board. And because I am a creative person and I love all things creativity, I've been planning out how I want to build this using an artistic flair to it. So I've been thinking about that I want to use this as an opportunity to be artistic, to be creative, because that's one of the ways that I honor myself and I kind of feed my soul and feed my emotions is by being creative. I'm a way better human being if I have opportunities to create. So when I can lace my creative interests in with my personal development and my work interests, I get this beautiful experience. So I've been really taking my time on building this action board since I read this book, to build something that speaks to me artistically, as well as is speaking to the hopes and the dreams and the heart that I have for my future, which is what the action board is really about. Now, this is the book for you if you are a skeptic about manifestation, but you can't escape it, because every time you turn around, somebody is talking about it, and there's something about it that's nagging at you that you need to explore this. This book is for you if you love the science behind spiritual principles and you want to explore more of that relationship between science and the spiritual world. Finally, this book is for you if you've been wanting to implement manifestation practice, but you need some actual practical guidelines to do it so you don't just feel like you're faking it. And that's what I love about this book. Tara is so grounded, and she grounds these principles in such concrete, practical ways that if you go through this, you have a way of implementing manifestation that doesn't feel like you're just making things up or wanting things. I hope you get it. I hope you read it, and I hope this helps to change your life. That's what The Art of Plenty is all about, is crafting a life, crafting the life that you were meant to live. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've hit subscribe. And if you haven't, now is an opportunity to do it so you don't miss any more of our personal development book reviews or our monologue podcasts all about professional development and really being who you were destined to be. Thanks for tuning in. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.